Alright guys, I wanted to take you along on a little bit of a troubleshooting video on how I troubleshoot rosters that are crashing the damn game. It boils down to trying to figure out what you messed up and when you're editing all the tabs in the world and affecting all the things, it can be very difficult to try to narrow it down. So I'm going to show you my procedure of trying to figure out exactly what I broke. So this is the blacktop mode blacktop mod that I'm working on. We have unlocked all of the star players. That's normal. I mean, that's just a normal Jousting blacktop mode. Then I added all of the EuroLeague teams, so they're all unlocked. Then I added a couple of free agent teams, some retired teams, including the best player in the world, some a team full of D-leaguers that are actually in the free agents in the game, and then players that are overseas but are still in the free agents in the game. That's all great. And then if I go over to my legends, I have my legends, which, you know, we're all familiar with these teams, and they're all unlocked as well. I added the Sacramento Kings again, which, fantastic. Nike team, Adidas team, Jordan team, Reebok team, Under Armour team, Peak team, and then a Spalding/Anta team because there's only 5 of them. And then community ballers, children, community ballers, elderly people, community ballers, fat people, middle-aged people, females, males, and then coaches. And of course, all the coaches are wearing suits. And then 2K players, and this is including the professor, who was in he was on the 2K team in previous years when the 2K team actually existed in the game. That's from And One, the professor. You guys should know him. Cliff Paul is in the roster, actually. This is Chris Paul's alter ego in the State Farm commercials. He's actually a celebrity in the next-gen version of the game, but he's in this game, roster, which is really weird, but cool. Then you have John Trice, Dracos, and Okilk. I'm not going to say his name, whatever. These are the 3 guys that are LeBron's rivals in the LeBron path to greatness. And then Jackson Ellis, the bastard that we all hate, from Next Gen My Career, our rival. So I have all these different players, which is awesome. And we'll just grab a couple of these guys too. Watch this. Oh. So to try to figure out what the hell I screwed up, and there's many different places where I could screw this up. What you didn't see there is that each team has about 8 uniforms I think they could possibly be wearing, which is just insane. So let's load up one of my backups here. Attempt to lull. That sounds like a good one. So here's my database of players. Pretty basic. Let's turn my friend back on just so I can have my information up here. And as you can see here, this is where I imported all of my community ballas, any extra players like Chris Webber and Eric Snow. And then down here we have all the coaches that I created and the professor. And then down here is just all of the additional players. Here's where our asshole Jackson Ellis shows up. And then our 3 boys from LBJ. That's in every roster. That's in every roster. They're already there. I didn't have to do anything for that. And Kid is still down here somewhere, so I just took him and put him on the... You know, down here at the bottom is where all these free agent players and hidden players are, like Gilbert, exist. So what I did to this roster was I absolutely destroyed it. Got rid of rookie templates, got rid of creative player templates, got rid of my player templates, got rid of the colleges, all the schedules, gone. Got rid of this, all these things I deleted. So to make room for all of the additional crap that I was going to add. What additional crap? Well, it's not arenas. We only need 1 arena. This is a blacktop only kind of deal. That's all I care about is blacktop mode. So F everything else. It doesn't work. But so players I didn't really add much to. Teams. Oh boy, the teams. So as you saw, I only had a couple of extra teams. And the base file has about 100 teams that you could use. And you can only have 100 teams usable in blacktop mode. So I didn't really have to add anything there and do a lot of cloning. However, this file doesn't have it, and it still crashes. Fantastic. Let's load up a new one. I think this one has it. Teams. Yeah, here we go. Nope. What the heck is going on? I can't even keep track of all my dang backups. You gotta label them properly. Here we go. So as you can see, I have over 330 teams in this roster, and the 27 in team type makes it so they don't show up. 22 makes them a legendary team, and 0 makes them a regular NBA team, and they show up in order from top down. And of course, if I wanted to change that around, I can use total control and move that around. Overseas. Great, now I can't save this. So I have all these extra teams so that I could have all of these extra jerseys. Look at all of these uniforms. So yeah, I'm not going to go through it like this, but the only thing that matters when a player getting a blacktop uniform is their team ID, which is right here. And this team ID tells you which team this player is currently quote-unquote on. And all it affects is blacktop mode uniform and the background logo. So these guys are all in the 76ers, right? But they all have different team IDs so that it references different teams here. So we have the 76ers up top, and then we have extra teams down here which have different uniforms. Those uniforms correlate to so that number over there correlates to this ID number, which then goes over to the GID number right here, which then references the jerseys tab right here. So that team will use these two uniforms, which is our pickup uniforms created by Razer. If this was an 8, they'd be t-shirted, but they're not. Fantastic, right? And this isn't anything too pertinent. It's crashing. It's a problem. So I'm going to show you how I fix it, or how I'm going to fix it. I'm not going to fix it in front of you because I have no idea what the hell's wrong with this thing. So this is my blankish roster, and I'm going to go ahead and actually create a copy pasta of it. This one has all of my things that I got rid of already gone. So it's free for me to copy and paste in everything I need. Now the players tab, we know for a fact the players tab is you know, I didn't do any cloning or deleting here. So I can just go over to attempt a little. We'll take this one. Control A, Control C, right here, paste. You can watch the ASA ID change. There it goes. And this means that my new roster has, or my players tab for this one over here came in. Fantastic. I can go ahead and save it, test it out in game. Oops, it still crashes. This is something I've already done. I know it crashes still. So I can go to my jerseys tab, which is the next thing that isn't too big. Now we have 581 entries here. I need to make sure I get all of my uniforms in, and it turns out that I need to have 611. So I need 30 more. So if I go back up to the top here, go to 29 because we count 0 in this. Right click, clone. So now we have all of those entries we need. So I can go bring this back up to the top, click it here, and we take all the uniforms, copy, paste, and now they're all in here. Fantastic. Yay, great, right? Go ahead, press save, load it up in game, still crashes. Ugh. That means it's the teams tab. And now again, I honestly don't know what's wrong with this. I'm going to have to play around with how often I clone everything. It may not be possible to have all those teams and everything in the same roster like this. This is kind of taking it to the extreme just a little bit. But it is a starting point. It is a jumping off point. And basically doing what I've been showing you, where you just take it, you get a new roster, a new database. Get the official one from 2K. Not an old backup. Get an official new roster. And then just go tab by tab like this. Copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. So let's say I copy and paste in the teams tab from the other one, and it still crashed. Let's say it wasn't crashing for the players, and that it didn't crash for the jerseys, but then when I copy and paste in the teams tab, it all crashes all of a sudden. That means you have to revert the teams tab back to default so it doesn't crash, and then one by one start copying columns in. So copy in these columns first, and then these columns. and narrow down exactly to where it's going to start crashing. And I guarantee you it'll probably be the GID. That graphics ID just fucks everything up, I swear. And then you just go through like that, and that pretty much fixes it. It doesn't always fix it, but at least tells you exactly where the issue lies. So for quick reference, so for people that I'd say go watch this video, and you don't have to watch all of my explanation of what this mod is, because I'm so proud of it. I really am. I can't wait. I really want to get it working. To troubleshoot a roster, get a new blank roster. Straight from 2K, get the official 2K roster, go to options, go to save, and save a new roster, to a new completely legitimate roster, and then go tab by tab and copy your information in. So first copy in your modified players tab that's causing crashes. If it doesn't crash the game, that means your players tab is all good. To do this, you just do Control A, Control C, Control V. That's it. Select all, copy, paste. And you can do it from one to another. If you don't have the modding interfaces that doesn't allow you to open up multiple tabs, use Excel or OpenOffice as a middle ground. Just be aware of, so let's say I'm going to take Ryan Reed. I paste him in. Just be aware with stuff like over here at the end. See how these are all zeros? You may have to format those as text, because they should be all 000s like this. Just something to keep a lookout for. So you troubleshoot like that. You copy this tab in. You load up in game. It loads up. Fantastic. Then go to the Teams tab. Copy in your modified roster. See if it crashes. If it does, you know you need to start going column by column to find out exactly which column is causing the crashes. That's basically it. It's a pain in the ass. But the end benefit of being able to do pretty much anything we want to do with this damn game, totally worth it in my opinion. So yeah, that's the way I troubleshoot my rosters. I hope this helps, and if I told you to watch this before I can help you, trust me, I get a lot of requests to help people with this. So I'm actually really thankful to have this resource to be able to show you, so you can at least try it yourself first, and then report back to me, and then I can help you with it specifically where the GID is referenced, which is the Teams tab, the Staff tab correlates with the GID somewhere, I believe. Really? Not anymore? Oh, thank you, 2K. Never mind that one. And then Jerseys tab, we have the GID right here. And I think that's it. But still, feel free to ask. I'm more than willing to help you guys. And I will see you in the next, hopefully not so rambly, video.